In this video, you're going to learn how to find the surface area of a cylinder, of a pyramid, and of a prism using nets. And we're going to do this in 3 examples. So let's dive into the video here. So the first one we've got is what's called a right cylinder. And the reason they call it a right cylinder is because this edge right here is at a right angle or perpendicular to the base. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at what happens when we unfold this figure and lay it flat. How do we find the area of all the surfaces? That's what surface area refers to. So just imagine for a moment that this is a cylinder like so, okay? And so what we're doing is we're going to cut this cylinder just like this, and we're going to unroll it. And when we unroll it, we're going to get a rectangle, okay? See? Rectangle. And so now what happens is this top is a circle. We're going to fold that up like this. And the bottom is a circle. We're going to fold it down like that. And that's going to be our figure, but like in a flat two-dimensional plane. So one thing you'll notice is that you've got this circle, which we know the area of a circle is pi r squared. So in this case, the radius is 4. This radius is 4. So we're going to say pi times the radius squared times 2, because we have 2 circles, right? So in this case, it's going to be 2 times pi times 4 squared. That's 16. 4 times 4 times 2, that's 32 pi. So we have 32 pi, and that's going to be units squared for area because it's two-dimensional. But what's interesting, and this part might be a little bit tricky, is that see how when this is a cylinder like this, you see this dimension right here? That actually is the circumference of this circle here. So when I unroll this like this dimension right here is actually the circumference, which we know is equal to 2 pi r. And this dimension here, is the height. So when we find the area of this rectangle, it's just basically length times width, or base times height, or in this case, 2 pi r times h. So we've got 2 times pi times the radius, which is 4, times the height, which is 10. And if we multiply that together, we get 40 times 2 is 80 pi. And if we add these together, 32 pi plus 80 pi, we get 112 pi units squared. Now, if you want, you can put 3.14 in for pi and multiply these together, or use the pi key on your calculator. But this is a way to analyze it without having to use a formula. Now, some students, they prefer a formula, and I'll direct you to another video I did talking more about how to use these formulas. But if you want the formula right now, just think of it as 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh, and that gives you the surface area, the entire surface of the cylinder, both the top, the bottom, and the sides. So let me erase the whiteboard. Let's talk about the next shape. Okay, for example number 2 now, let's take a look at a pyramid, and specifically this is what we call a square pyramid because the base or the bottom is a square. And so what we're going to do is we're going to find the surface area, the area of all the surfaces, by drawing a net. And a net just means that we're laying the figure flat. We're like unfolding it. So just imagine if we were kind of like peeling this back, okay, what you would have here is you'd have a square surrounded by 4 triangles. Okay, so it looks something roughly, okay, like this. Okay, so I'm just like pulling back the triangles, and at the center you have the square. That's the base right here. Now, if we were to label this, you can see that all these sides are 10. But notice that the height of this side, which is a triangle, the height of that triangle is 13. So I'm going to draw that right here. That's 13. And so now we're going to find the area of each of these individual shapes and then add them all together. Now the square, that's pretty easy. It's just side times side, or base times height, or length times width. So 10 times 10 is 100. So I'll just write that as 100. And then this is a triangle. Remember, the formula for area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So in this case, it would be 10 times 13 times 1/2. So that's 130 times 1/2, which is 65, right? So if this is 65, all 4 of these are 65. So what we could do is we could say 65 times 4, which is 260, plus the 100, which gives us 360 units squared. And that's going to be your total surface area. So let me erase the whiteboard. Let's take a look at the 3rd example. Okay, in this example, we're dealing with a rectangular prism. So prism just means that the top and bottom are parallel and congruent, and they're separated by the height. So in this case, we have two rectangles that are parallel and congruent, separated by that height. You can have a triangular prism, pentagonal prism, but this is a rectangular prism. What we're going to do now is we're going to find the surface area by, again, unfolding the shape. Now there's different ways to draw these sometimes, and sometimes one way is a little bit more easy to kind of visualize than others. But if you want, take like a shoebox. This is a good way to do it, and just go ahead and kind of break the sides and pull it down. And what you'll notice is you're going to get a shape that looks something like this. Okay, see if I can kind of draw this. It's not perfect, so don't just kind of follow me here a little bit. So basically what you're going to end up having is you're going to have something that looks like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this. So that represents the sides. And then the top, you're going to fold up like this. You're going to get a rectangle. The bottom, you're going to fold down like this, and you get another rectangle. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Okay, now one thing to notice, sometimes students, they see these dotted lines, and it kind of makes your eyes go a little wonky, and you kind of, what you want to think about is you say, that dotted line means I'm looking through the figure, okay, to the other side. So basically, it's a way of kind of like showing the ability to kind of look through the figure to the other side. So you can kind of see that that's three-dimensional. Now when we unfold it, basically what you can see is we have all these rectangles, okay? And we're just going to find the area of each of the individual rectangles, and that's going to be our total surface area. Now there's a formula, and I'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute, but the easiest way to do this here is just to kind of look at, okay, I've got the top and the bottom. So that would be these shapes right here. So this would be like 8 and 3. Same thing over here. This is like 8 and 3. So that's going to give us an area of 24. 24. Okay. We've got the sides of the box, okay, right here, the right and left side. So that's 3 times 3. That's going to give us 9 for this one and this one. Okay, and then we have the front of the box and the back of the box, but that's also 8 times 3. So this is going to be 24 for this rectangle and 24 for this rectangle. So all you have to do now is just add them all up, and let's see what we get. So 24 times 4 is 96, plus 9 plus 9, which is 18. So how much is that? 114 units squared, and that would be your surface area. Now, if you want a formula, I'm going to direct you to a video right there where I talk about how to find the lateral area, which is just the sides, the surface area, which is the total, and we're going to deal with things such as spheres and cones and some other shapes that are a little bit hard to unfold to really do it using this net technique. So follow me over to that video right there. We'll get some more practice and we'll go into a little bit more depth. So I'll see you over in that video.